This is a quick start guide for the Excel Skills Cashbook and Bank Reconciliation template. This template can be used to record deposits and withdrawal transactions for multiple bank accounts and automatically produces a monthly cashbook report and a bank reconciliation. Let's start with the setup. So on the setup sheet, you have a business name, which can be entered, and it's just basically used as a heading on all the sheets. We provide for 2 sales tax percentages, where you can enter sales tax percentage. We also have a third code, which is automatically included in the DICA sheet, and the code E, which has a 0%. The bank code section can be used to create additional bank accounts. We provide for 3 bank accounts and a petty cash account, so you just insert a new row above the PC bank code and create your new bank account. The input error codes is just for information purposes and just indicates that if there's an error on the data sheet, what that error actually means. One of the important ones is where the bank statement date in column J is before the cashbook transaction date in column B. That's something to watch out for. The others are all relating to invalid codes or account numbers. Let's go to the data sheet. So all your transactions need to be recorded on the data sheet. The dates in terms of transaction date and statement date will adapt based on your original date settings. The type is either a deposit, D for deposit, or W for withdrawal. So cash inflows should all be Ds and cash outflows should all be Ws. The inclusive amount is always recorded as a positive value, so it's the D or the W that determines whether it's a positive or negative cash flow effect. Okay, customer or supplier, reference and description, that's straightforward. Tax code, as I indicated, there's a and a B and then a E, which is automatically tax exempt. The bank codes would be as per the setup sheet. If you added bank codes, it will automatically be included here. Account numbers. The account numbers are specified on the cashbook sheet. You'll see this green triangle in the top left corner. This is a data validation error as a result of including 2 columns in a drop-down list. This is as per design and can safely be ignored. So what we've done is basically included both the account number and description in the drop-down list by implementing a workaround. That's why the data validation error is displayed, but we found it useful that the description of the account is included for account selection purposes. If you want to get rid of the data validation error and thereby also the account descriptions, refer to our support section of our YouTube channel, where we'll post a video how to remove this data validation error. So all the columns with yellow column headings are user input fields, and all the columns with light blue column headings contain formulas and are therefore automatically calculated and will also extend if you add data to the table. Just one last point tonight is the opening balances are entered. The date for that would be the day before this, the start of your 12 months period that you include on the cashbook sheet. And then just also note that the error code column is the last column. If there's any problem with the input, it will reflect the error code there. So let's look at the cashbook sheet. So the cashbook sheet is automatically compiled. The only user input is the account number and account descriptions in column A and B. All the calculations are automated for the 12 months period, and there's also a total. The 12 months period is automatically determined based on the start date that you enter at the top of the sheet. You can also run the report for a specific bank account by selecting the bank account code here. And after you've selected the bank account, you can just delete it again to display all transactions. You can also select a report type, where the default is all, but you can run the report only for deposits or only for withdrawals as well. So in terms of account codes, you basically create the account codes here. If you want to create a new account code, you just insert a new row, copy the formulas from column C to the end, and enter a new account number and account description here. Don't replace the last two rows. So the sales tax control, the formula is different from the others, and the cash transfer control is the last of those consistent formulas. So we recommend adding accounts above those two rows. So your titles are automatically calculated, and at the bottom of the sheet you'll find the balances for each bank code. If you add bank codes to your setup sheet, you also need to insert a row here and just copy one of the other rows. Okay, let's have a look at the recon. So this recon is automatically produced in terms of the calculations. All you need to do is to select a bank code at the top of the sheet. All the bank codes that are created on the setup sheet will be available there. You then enter reconciliation date, and calculations are automatically adjusted. So your opening balances with your calculated bank statement balance, withdrawals and deposits to get to a Cashbook balance, that's all automatically calculated. Your current month's transaction, it's the current month's withdrawals and current month's deposits, and then it's a calculated Cashbook balance, which is then adjusted for outstanding withdrawals and outstanding deposits to calculate a calculated bank statement balance. You then enter your actual bank statement balance from your actual bank statement, and that will show any difference that there may be. Outstanding withdrawals and deposits are defined as where transactions have been recorded on the Cashbook sheet, on the DICA sheet, and your transaction DIC is before the reconciliation DIC, but your statement DIC is blank or after the recon DIC. That will result in an item being included in the outstanding withdrawals or deposits. That's basically it. If you need further guidance on the template, you can go to our detailed instructions sheet, where we cover everything about the template in detail. And you can also visit our support section of our YouTube channel, where we'll post videos that are created based on user feedback.